In hydrology, you would have heard or you would have done a lot of flood frequency analysis, right? And when you do that, you refer to something as a 50-year flood, 60-year flood, 100-year flood, etc. When you say that a 60-year flood, what does it mean? A flood of that magnitude is likely to occur once in every 60 years, right? You reverse it, you can also talk about the probability of its occurrence. Okay, 1 by T will give you the probability. But when you say a 60-year flood, what you specify is the magnitude of the flood. Magnitude may be in terms of discharge at a given location or volume of flow at a given location. Pay attention to me for the next 1 hour. What we will try to do is that corresponding to that flood magnitude, we shall try to prepare a flood map. Okay, so for any given flood frequency interval or flood magnitude, what could be its corresponding flood map is what we are going to do at the end of this class, by the end of this class, by the end of this tutorial or by the end of the lecture or something. Okay, so that's my ultimate aim, and to that I will try to use this modified topographic index, a simple approach to do that. And then at the end of it, I will summarize with the 2 or 3 slides to talk about don't treat flood as a disaster, treat flood as a boon. Okay, so some concepts on that I will briefly explain. Now, as we know, floods are the most common widespread of all natural disasters. We lose huge amount of life, and floods will never spare whether you are rich or poor. Okay, as a matter of fact, rich nations are suffering more due to floods now when compared to poor nations. Of course, Bangladesh will always suffer, but if you talk about Germany, Danube River, which was never expected to flow beyond its levels, it has devastated Germany and many other places. Okay, and like that, many major rivers are having floods which are not experienced so far. So much that hydrology has now evolved into a new domain of calling some events which have never happened, but you want to model them. It is very easy to model an event which has already happened through flood frequency analysis. But if you recall what you do with your flow duration curve, okay, you extend that flow duration curve to such an extent that an event which was not seen can be seen in that flow duration curve at the end of it. Okay, and in hydrology now we are using this word